Hey y'all, what's good? I'm Sharita Denise, and welcome back to the Becoming Together podcast. I am so glad that you're here. If this is your first time listening, then welcome. And if you have been rocking with me for any amount of time, then thank you. I really appreciate you. Either way, I appreciate you all taking the time to be here and to spend a little bit of your day with me. Um, it's the new year. We're only a few weeks in, and I know right now for a lot of us, health goals are at the top of our mind. We are either working on eating better or moving more. We got that gym on lock. Hopefully, we still have it on lock. I can't talk about nobody because I haven't been in one since the new year started. Anyhow, not this isn't about me. Trying to feel better is like top priority for a lot of us right now. And if that's you, you're not alone. I'm always looking for ways to improve my overall health and well being, which is why I was so excited to sit down and have this conversation. In today's episode, I am joined by my friend Rebekah Bogan. She is an advanced practice holistic nurse and a board certified family nurse practitioner. She is also the founder of Essential Integrative Health and Wellness. Rebekah and I connected a few years ago, almost a few years ago, through a women's networking group, and we became accountability partners. I have the most utmost respect and admiration for Rebekah, not just for what she does, but because of how genuine and supportive she is and how much she just cares about other people and how well she leads. We had an opportunity to have a really good, honest conversation. We almost forgot we were recording. We were almost 2 hours in, y'all, before I looked up at the time and was like, oh my God, we've been talking for almost 2 hours. So, yeah, there's a lot of gems in this one. The episode is a conversation that is centered around wellness from a whole person perspective. We get to talk about everything from weight loss to gut health, vitamins, GL-1P medications, but most importantly, we get to talk about how our bodies and our habits and our everyday choices work together over time. There's a lot of noise right now around weight loss and quick solutions. And what I appreciate the most about this conversation is that we got a chance to slow things down and really kind of look at the full picture. So as it relates to support, lifestyle, and our personal responsibilities in a way that's really realistic for real life. So if you are on a weight loss journey or if you're considering additional support, or you're simply just trying to understand your body better, then this episode is meant to give you clarity and something meaningful that you can think through. So let's get into it.
You have like over 10 years of experience as a board certified family nurse practitioner. You're a business owner, you're an author, you're an educator in health, wellness, your wife, you're a mom, you're expecting a brand new baby any
All of
day
it.
now, all the things. And like, I just want to know, like, what led you into the field to begin with?
So I've been a family nurse practitioner for a while, and I always felt like I've always used other methods or believed in other methods. Like I said, I also am a certified yoga instructor,
Hmm.
and I've always done like yoga or sound baths or things like that because I feel like it's a base, I guess. It's yoga has been around for years. And whenever you study it, if you ever like really, really study it, there's a lot of medicinal poses and a lot of different things that you can do holistically that you can get, good results just as well.
Yeah.
And whenever I was, I want to say I was still a student. Yes, I was still a student. And I would always go to these family nurse practitioner conferences as well because you learn different things there. And I happened to
Yeah.
run up on this booth that said holistic nursing. And so
Oh,
I got more information about their booth and their certification. And I was like, maybe one day. I'm like, right
yeah.
now I need to complete. this family nurse practitioner,
Right.
complete that first, but I did come back to it. Before I opened my business, I looked back into the certification for it, and I just went for it. I did the extra because you have to do additional CUs or continued
Mm-hmm.
education hours for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to apply to take the certification test, which I was really nervous about because it's not like a whole lot of information out there on like
Yeah.
how to prepare for the test. But I knew that I had my yoga training, I knew I had my nursing training, and I knew that I had read, the required books and whatnot. And I took the certification and I passed. And
Wow.
just learning the process of it, I learned more about like more energy healing,
Mm-hmm.
um, and how to use it like in your practice. Learned more about like herbal supplements to learn how to use those in your practice
Mm.
as well. Because herbal, everybody think everything is all natural herbally, but they have side effects and different
Mm-hmm.
things that you have to be cautious about too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually, I want to say when we first connected, I was studying herbalism at the time.
Yeah.
And there you have to be very cautious. It's just like practicing,
Yeah, because a lot
essentially.
of them have like different side effects. Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody wants to take the, what is it, red rice for their cholesterol, but they forget that affects your liver too. So if you don't have
Mm-hmm.
somebody monitoring and checking on that, that could be a whole issue.
Yeah.
And so you never want to just take a supplement without like doing your research on it first. And if
Mm-hmm.
you are adding a supplement, especially if you're taking medications, you want to have that conversation with whoever your healthcare provider is. But
Yeah.
what people run into is a lot of the times the healthcare provider doesn't know because they're not taught that
Mm.
in school.
Anytime I would go into the doctor, they always want to treat me with antibiotics and other things. And
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't, I'm really moving away from that. What else can we do? And they couldn't really help me. And I said, there's got to be some doctor that can.
It is because like I have certain clients that they're looking for traditional ways, and sometimes just straight traditional ways are
Yeah,
great. Like if I'm in a situation where I need to save your life right then and there, we're going to
absolutely.
traditionally do
Do
what
what you got to
we
do.
have to do.
Right. I'm not going to turn that away. Save my life. Do what you got to do.
Then we'll worry about the root cause after.
Right. Exactly. It definitely,
Yes.
definitely. Modern medicine is definitely modern traditional medicine for emergency purposes. Absolutely. For extreme chronic illness, absolutely. But I just was like, for common colds or headaches or
Yeah.
flu or anything like that, like I should be able to treat this, from
Yeah,
a root
because
cause.
there are holistic things that you can like do to remedy a cold and make it quick. There are so many people that they'll get like a viral infection
Mm-hmm.
and they'll want like one of the antivirals. And then when you look at the side effects of the antivirals, you're like, oh, do I really want to
Mm-hmm.
take that? And then
Mm-hmm.
there's some natural remedies that you can do that cost way less
Yeah.
and don't require a whole lot that
Yeah.
does the exact same thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I know we mentioned holistic care quite a bit. How do you define holistic care?
I define holistic care as looking at the whole person. Like in my office, whenever you have your first initial visit, whether it's for our weight loss services or uh, our functional wellness coaching or anything like that, I ask some questions that you probably wouldn't normally hear. I'm asking things about like, are you sleeping good? What are
Mm-hmm.
you eating?
Mm-hmm.
What are your bowel movements looking like?
Yeah.
Up close and personal questions. We're gonna get to know each other.
Right.
Like, are you drinking caffeine? What are what are your daily habits?
Yeah.
How many hours are you sleeping? Um, I ask sometimes about like your personal life. Do you have family? Are you getting out? Are you being
Mm.
social? Do you have anxiety or do you have all of the things? I want to like get to know like your whole person? Like, what are you
Yeah.
normally doing? Because I don't know how to, I guess, assist you or evaluate you if I don't know you as a whole person.
Right. How how do your patients respond when you ask those questions? Like when they come to you, do they expect that that's the experience that they will get from a holistic practitioner, or
No, they,
are they just kind of like, whoa, this is different?
a big question sometimes that I will ask is, what brings you joy? And one person,
Oh,
nobody's ever asked me
I
that.
love that.
So,
Oh, I love that. I probably would be so excited that a doctor asked me that, but then I would be like, what?
literally have people all the time say to me, well, nobody's ever asked me that. So they
Yeah.
really don't know. And I was like, well, take some time to think about it.
Wow. I
I mean,
love
I don't
that.
know. So
Wow.
sometimes people are a little bit thrown by the questions that I ask.
Yeah. What percentage of your patients would you say are female?
I have both women and male, but the majority of my male clients, now that I think about it, is because their wife usually started
Oh,
whatever and they're doing so well, and then now they want to come to be seen as well.
oh wow.
So I I actually think it's pretty good that they have such a good relationship that they want to do the things together.
That is wonderful. What types of services do you offer for your patients, and who do you typically serve? Like, what's the age range?
Usually the majority of the people that I see will be anywhere from like 30, 35 to 65. I feel like I even have a 70-year-old
Oh, wow. Okay.
practice. But a lot of when we first started out, we were doing weight loss services, just healthy lifestyle coaching
Hmm.
and vitamin injections. And we were like getting really good results with just vitamins and healthy lifestyle coaching.
Yeah.
And then the GLP-1s came available, so we started offering those as well.
Okay.
And then I wanted to add the functional medicine part, but I wanted to, do more training with it and learn more about it so I could utilize it better.
Yeah.
And now I've gotten it down to where we can offer functional wellness coaching and some of the functional wellness testing because your body can literally like make its own GLP-1 if we can find
Mm.
out um, what you're sensitive to and what's going on with your gut health to produce it on its own.
Okay. So you just gave me a lot there. So I need to go back to a couple things. Functional medicine. What can you describe to me what functional medicine is, what that means?
Um, it's It's not your traditional testing. So sometimes we're going to dig a little bit deeper to
Mhm.
try to find a root cause. So
Okay.
a lot of times, because GLP-1s, everybody wants GLP-1s to lose
Yeah.
weight, right?
Hmm.
And it's a peptide. Your body naturally makes it. Um, what
Wow.
what people they don't some people don't understand that. So if I can find out what's causing you to kind of, block your gut from making this,
Mhm.
then we can come up with a roadmap or a plan to better, utilize other things to get where you need to be.
Okay. So what I think I hear you saying is that you begin with functional medicine and determining root cause assessment to see what may be impacting weight gain.
Yes, because there's
And
different things that can cause just inflammation, bloating,
yeah. Hmm.
fatigue, difficulty with concentration,
Yeah.
mood swings, and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't realize that your gut is like your second brain. It's
Hmm.
where it's telling the hormones what to do. So
Yeah.
once we get that, where we can see what's inflamed or what's causing some of the stuff and come up with an action plan to correct it, then eventually, once we get that corrected, you may not even really need
The G.
GLP-1.
Okay.
Do
Okay.
offer it, for those that are, just not there yet. But
Yeah.
most people don't want to stay on those forever. So
Right.
now we have the option, to learn more about our body and how to just correct it at the root cause.
I love that. I love, love, love that. And I love hearing you say that because I didn't know that that was a thing. I
Oh
didn't know
yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah,
I did not know at all. I'm completely clueless. I read an article the other day and it said there was a poll and it said about 1 in 8 American adults have used weight loss drugs, the GLP-1s in recent years. I'll be honest, I have just a very basic generic understanding of what they are and how they work. I've seen the results. I personally know a few women in my life who have benefited from them.
yeah.
When I
They're
st-
they're great. Don't get me wrong, they are
yeah.
great because we've had so many people have success. Like I love when I'm in my clinic and they come in, oh, my doctor had to take me off my blood pressure medicine,
Oh,
and oh, I don't have to take the cholesterol medicine no more. And
yeah.
like, yes,
Yes.
that's what I want
That's
to.
what we want to hear, right?
I know the GLP-1s, I mean, they do cost, quite a bit of money, and they're something that you have to do once a week and all of the
Mm,
things. So if
yeah.
we could eventually naturally get or activate your own GLP-1s, then great. You don't have to, s- spend money on this other thing.
Right,
A
right.
lot of my clients, I try to keep them at like a lower dose because I believe that the medicine is only going to take you so far. If you don't
Yeah,
put in the work, then you're going to be right back in the same situation. So we
yeah.
push. I don't just give you medicine and be like, oh, I hope you're all right. Or I hope you
Right.
wait.
Come back and let me know how it works for you.
Yeah, that is not how it works in
Yeah.
my clinic.
I love, love, love that. I love that because I the few women that I know who have taken GLP-1s or are taking them, they are pairing it with lifestyle changes, but I
Yeah.
don't know that that's always the case for everyone.
No, I've
And
seen some wild, wild west.
so Wild Wild West, they just take it and continue doing things the same way.
Well,
Is it?
sometimes I'll get patients that will come from like another clinic and come into my practice, and they see that it's done differently. Like I don't just take this medicine and just keep increasing it, increasing it, increasing it, and they don't tell them like what they're supposed to be doing or anything
Yeah.
to follow up. And I'm like, well, my patients, we're checking in on them like every, week or every 2 weeks or
Oh
whatever.
wow.
Yeah, to make
Wow.
sure that they're, doing okay and are we meeting our goals and um,
Yeah. So
yeah,
you have an actual plan for them.
yes, we sit down at the first visit and, what are your goals? We go over, I ask them all to get all up in
All in their business.
their
How
holistic
you eating, how
business,
you
how
moving,
how
how you
you
managing
doing?
stress, how you
Yes.
sleeping.
And then we make a plan for all of these health goals, each week. And then I follow up with them because I'm gonna ask you,
Right.
did you take that walk like you said you were? Did you plan the meals like you said you were? And if they don't, I'm like, okay, well, what's holding you back? What's holding you back? So we can,
Yeah.
get over this hump and let's rewrite the plan and come again.
Wow. I love that. I don't think I've ever heard of a practice or a physician or anyone who
Yeah, I'm
handles it in that
checking
way.
on you. I'm
I
checking
love
on you.
that.
Make sure you're meeting those goals.
I love that. So, what does realistic progress actually look like when someone's on GLP-1s?
Well, for In my practice, I always tell everybody you never look at what everybody else is doing because your body is completely different.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, none of my patients are on the exact same dose or anything like that. I don't have like, you have to start at this dose, you have to start at that dose.
Gotcha.
Start them at where,
It's personalized.
yeah, it's personalized.
Yeah.
But um, the majority of them, if you're losing like I don't know, 1 or 2 pounds a week, you're on the right track. There are some others that are losing like quite a bit more. But sometimes when people do that, that kind of concerns me because I feel like your body shouldn't be losing that much weight that quickly. So the
Mm,
majority of my patients, they're doing about anywhere from 1 or 2 pounds a week. That way I know that they're safely losing weight. Because when I see these other practices and these people are like, oh, I lost 5 pounds in 1 week. And I'm thinking,
yeah.
but were you getting the nutrition that you needed?
Okay. That was my question. That was definitely going to be my next question about the nutrition aspect of it because, and I even went through this when I first started my weight loss journey. I was more concerned with just like getting the weight off, that I wasn't actually concerned with, was what I was eating, was it even, any value to me? Did it have any
Yeah,
nutritional value? Like
yeah.
I was eliminating things, but I wasn't adding any things. And I wasn't a queen of vegetables or fruit. I probably had about a couple of vegetables that I ate, some cabbage, collard greens, maybe some black eyed peas here and
So
there.
at the
But
Center for Integrative Health and Wellness, we do not believe in a diet. I would tell people that up front. I was like, if you're
yes,
talking about diet, that is not what we do here.
right,
But
exactly.
I do push like mindful eating. I let everybody know up
Mm,
front, your body is like a car. You either gonna put the good gas in there or you gonna put the
hmm.
bad gas in
Yep. Yep. You gonna
there.
put the 93 or what's the other one? The 70?
So,
75.
uh,
Which one you want?
recommend, fresh fruits and vegetables, a healthy
Hmm.
protein, but I don't say, oh, you have to.
Prescribe a particular diet.
No, that is
Yeah.
not what we do in here.
I love that. When I first started out, I very much was like trying to figure out because I thought that's what I had to do. Back then, it was, you had to be in one bucket. That was the most of what you saw. You could be vegan, you could be vegetarian, pescatarian, and I felt like I had to fit somewhere in one of those buckets. And then as I started to learn more and started to figure out what worked for my body, I just was like, I don't follow a diet. I eat what's good
What?
for me.
Yeah.
Now,
And
I do still avoid meat, but I don't really subscribe to like a particular diet. I just make
yeah,
sure I'm eating plenty of fruits, vegetables. I make sure, like you said, mindful. I make sure that I'm eating mindfully and that it's balanced and that I'm getting nutrients from every source possible.
yeah, every source, every color. I try to make sure I eat like a more symbiotic meal so that way I'm getting my vegetables, prebiotics, my probiotics,
Yeah.
all of it all in one meal.
Yeah, right. That's what I try to do for sure. And I always try to make sure I get my fruits in the morning. I slip on fruits during the winter times because the fruits change, and I'm not really a fan of falling winter fruits. So I have to be extremely mindful during that time to make sure that I'm getting my fruits. I probably eat more vegetables during this time of year.
Yeah,
And
we've had to go to some now
mm,
too, because that's whenever you go to the grocery store, sometimes they'll only have like certain fruits out. I'm like, well, I still want my blueberries.
right. Like I know they're not in season right now, but I still want my
Yeah,
blueberries.
yeah. I
That
feel like
was
blueberries are like it's a great antioxidant, so I want to
right.
eat those like every day.
Right. I hear that they are like the best, one of the best to eat. If you're gonna eat
Yeah,
fruits
they
and you're
they
gonna eat berries,
are.
they are the best.
So, my smoothies got to have some blueberries in it.
Got to have some blueberries.
They're so convenient. Like on the way to the office, I could just pop it in the blender, drink it
Yep.
on the way to work, and
Uh-huh.
got
Yep.
all of the nutrients. Because I normally try to throw like a fruit, a vegetable, something fermented in there, and some
Uh-huh.
type of like hemp protein or some type of protein in there.
Yeah.
Protein powders, you do have to be careful with like what source and whatnot you're getting from them. But I mean, hemp, just straight up hemp seeds. I mean,
Yeah.
they have protein in it. So I just throw some of those in there.
You mentioned earlier about how important gut health is, and it's like your second brain.
It is. It is.
How foundational is it to weight loss and especially hormones? Because, and I'm asking this specifically because I'm at the perimenopause stage of life. And I would say I started almost 2 years ago. And this year, it just went into overdrive in a way that I did not expect. And that's when I started to kind of question, like what was triggering some of the increase or, and the fluctuation of my hormones to trigger all of
Yeah,
these, you
gut
know.
health does play a part because a lot of people forget that your gut health makes or your gut, it helps produce with the serotonin, which affects the estrogen, which affects this and affects that. So all of it is related. And
Yeah.
a lot of times, we eat I guess, an American diet. Everything is fried, dyed.
Sad diet.
Yeah, it's fried, it's dyed, it's just
Mhm.
everything. And we just
Yep.
love it. But it's not like if you were to go to other countries, and I can even remember this. I had met a lady from, and I forget what country she was from, and I asked her, I was like, "Oh, well, how do you like being in America?" And she's like, "Oh, I love it, but y'all's food is so different. Like y'all have a lot of foods that's just not allowed in our country."
Wow.
Yeah, she was like, the GMOs and all of these things, they're banned in our country. And I'm like, yeah, over here, we eat, they allow
It's
whatever.
in everything.
You can literally go into the store, like you can go to the store and buy a box of whatever, and you'll see on there bioengineered. So they're not even hiding it
I didn't
anymore.
get
They're
any
telling you,
more.
yeah.
I do a workshop and it's called Real Food, Real Talk. And we talk specifically in there about processed foods
Mhm.
and, ways around avoiding them. I don't focus a lot on reading labels. I encourage, anyone that I'm mentoring or working with to eat fresh as much as possible.
And not just any fresh.
Yes, not
That
just any fresh.
too. Yeah, not just any fresh.
Not just any fresh. I personally I encourage, and I think it's a lot more accessible now than it used to be, but I encourage to try and eat local as
Yeah.
much as possible.
Get to that farmer's market.
Yes, get to the farmers market. Get to the farmers market. And they're a lot more accessible now than they used to be years ago. And depending upon, I guess, like where you're located, you're in Illinois, right?
Yes.
You're in Illinois. How common are farmers markets there?
So the area that I'm in Southern Illinois. So in some parts of Southern Illinois, there are literally like food deserts. There's no grocery
Mm,
stores and things of that sort. But in other parts, it's fine. In the Carbondale, Murfreesboro, Illinois area, they have farmers market like every week. So you can get
yeah.
fresh stuff there. But closer down to like our Cairo, Illinois area, they do have stores, and they do have um, like they just one of the health centers they just recently had where they had the food truck or whatever come down and also
Mhm.
fresh fruits and vegetables, and I think they do that so often. There's also
Yeah.
a Rise market that's in that area that is
Okay.
trying to offer like more fresh fruits and vegetables and whatnot. So
Oh,
they're
nice.
trying to get, things, where they want it to be, but it's a whole process because it was
Yeah.
like a food desert down there for like
Yeah.
years.
Wow. Fresh is best and it's completely different and it
Yeah, I
changes.
always tell people fresh is best, but if you can't get fresh, frozen is next.
Frozen is next. Oh, I love that. Fresh is best, but if you can't get fresh, frozen is next.
Yeah.
I love that. Do you share this with your clients, with your patients when they come in about how to shop for fresh
Yeah, we
local goods?
do talk about getting fresh fruits and vegetables. I have like one of my that I can think of, like she's a farmer, so she's getting fresh fruits and vegetables. I have others that they live closer to the Carbondale area, so there's more like Walmart and stuff like that. And I tell them,
Yeah.
okay, get your Walmart subscription or whatever, because you can get the fresh vegetables sent to your, directly to your house
Right.
with the Walmart delivery plan.
Yeah.
So we come up with little ways for them to get what they need. And then I have some that live closer to the food desert.
Mm.
So their options are a little bit different. But like I talked to one today, and she set up something where she can get fresh meat from a local butcher. So she's got
Mm.
fresh meat from the local butcher, and then she travels up towards the Carbondale area like once a week to get the fresh fruits and vegetables that she needs. So we just make a plan for it.
I love that you go through that whole process with your clients. Like they are so lucky, so blessed
It's
to
spoiled. I
have
got them
you.
spoiled.
They are. They're not going nowhere. They are really, really blessed to have you, to have a practitioner in their corner who supports, their whole health in that way. Like that's really uncommon. That's one of the reasons why I was wanting to find my own holistic practitioner here, but I didn't realize how involved a holistic practitioner would actually be. I just thought maybe they could recommend like natural remedies to me, but not necessarily go this in depth with, helping me create a personal care
There are
plan.
some out there. You just have to like really look to find them, but there's some out there.
What are some keywords that I can use to find one, or what areas is it common to find them in?
If I were you, I would check out some that were like in the functional wellness
Okay.
services, because a lot of them will get really detailed into the care. They'll offer different testing that you would not get in um, your traditional doctor's office. And even if you can't find a functional medicine practice, in my book, the Reclaim Your Health book, it talks about different testing that you can at least ask your doctor, like in a regular doctor's office setting,
Okay.
like what to at least ask for, so they can at least check on some of the basic things that they can do in the office.
Okay. Nice. What are some of the different testing that they do that a traditional doctor wouldn't?
There's a lot of different, just regular routine stuff that your insurance will pay for.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. Do functional health doctors accept insurance, general insurance? Like, is it services
Some
covered?
do, some don't. It just kind of depends. In my practice, we do functional testing. And a lot of the times the functional testing is not covered by the insurance. So like your hair analysis, your GI maps and things of that sort, they're usually not covered. So
Okay,
we just have a self-pay option for that. And then
gotcha.
we do more of the coaching aspect of it. We never diagnose you with anything or anything like that, but we can help coach you to get you like on the right track.
Okay, gotcha. I
Uh,
like that.
but you can get like um, traditional testing, like to at least get started to see where you're at on your health on your own.
Right.
Ask for like a general health panel. You can ask to get your thyroid screened. You can ask to be, screened for diabetes. You can ask to be screened for anemia at your regular doctor's office. So that way you at least have like um, a basic guideline of what's going on.
Yeah.
The only thing that you're going to run into with your traditional practitioner is they're going to look at the numbers and they're going to say, okay, this is either normal or this is not normal. Never
Hmm.
tell you how to optimize.
Ah.
And so
Okay.
sometimes with the functional medicine, they will tell you, okay, this is looking normal, or this is looking borderline, but this is how you can optimize
Optimize.
this or make it better.
Yeah. How do you, without even, or is it even possible, like if someone walks into your office and you're doing like just a session with them where you're getting to know them and you're getting, more in depth about their lifestyle habits, can you tell without even, doing labs off the top if their gut health is off just by an
I can tell a
assessment?
lot sometimes just by looking, just looking you over and evaluating.
Wow.
It's because whenever you're doing like a physical assessment, um, like if somebody smokes or something of that sort, I can tell that you smoke without even asking you that you smoke.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Like how? Like wait. I gotta know. Like how do you know?
So you have to be really good at your physical assessment skills.
Okay.
But a lot of times when people smoke, sometimes the color of their hands will be different, or
Ah.
sometimes the color of their mouth or their tongue will be different. Or just looking over their health history. If I see certain things on their health history that I know are related to smoking,
Hmm.
the majority of the time they've had either some type of tobacco use. Um, so you don't, and then sometimes my nose is really sensitive. So even if you, um, and that is a part of physical assessment, but
Yeah.
sometimes you can smell like either a light scent or of of smoke, but generally their hands or their oral exam, whenever you go to
Tells.
it tells.
Wow. Wow. So I'm aware that smoking, that tobacco is really, really harmful for health. I know
Yes.
there's like a lot of back and forth on alcohol, how much, consumption is harmful.
We do a hair analysis test usually, and it lets you know like what all you're sensitive to and da 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 da. Da. And
Hmm.
just about everyone that I've done, some type of alcohol is usually on there. So your body's going to tell you, what you should and should not be doing.
Wow, I didn't know that. So you can tell that there's alcohol use based on a hair analysis?
No, not that there's alcohol use, but the
Mhm.
hair analysis test for different sensitivities. So the hair
Okay.
analysis that we do, it checks for over 1,700 and something sensitivities. It's
Oh.
like 80 something pages long. And we use that to kind of help people, create a roadmap for their health. We'll look
Hmm.
at it, go over it, and, find the things that could be, causing some of their
Yeah.
issues. And then we'll come up with a plan to, navigate through that. But just about every last one of them that I've done, I've noticed that there's some type of, alcoholic beverage that is on there that they are sensitive to. So it just goes to
Wow.
show that, a lot of the stuff that is out there, we definitely should not be eating.
Should not be eating. Wow.
I did my hair analysis and I was so shocked by some of the stuff that was on there. It changed like everything how I'm eating.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So, okay, so I have this whole baby inside of me. So I'm
Yeah.
taking my little prenatal vitamins and da 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 da. And so I get my hair analysis back and I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be so good and da da da. And I look at it and I'm going over the food sensitivities and I'm like, okay, I can see that. And
Hmm.
one of the food sensitivities was like orange juice. And I'm like, I'm drinking orange juice
What?
several times a day. And I'm like, well, and that's probably why my heartburn is all crazy and everything else because
Oh,
I didn't think about it. And then so I'm taking these prenatal vitamins and it goes over like your vitamins as well.
yeah.
My vitamins they should be perfect because I'm taking these prenatal vitamins.
Hmm.
No, no. My choline was low. And then I got to looking at my prenatal vitamins. I was like, they don't even have choline in here, which is an essential vitamin for a pregnant lady because it helps create brain health for your baby. And so I had to, do some research, get some different vitamins that had choline. I had to pay a lot more money for them.
Yeah, because that's not a really common vitamin
Yeah,
that you see. Yeah.
but it just rerouted I guess my whole prenatal plan, my whole health
Yeah.
plan. But I'm
Wow.
glad that I did it because the sensitivity gives you like a little bit of insight on your gut health. It gives you
Mhm.
a little insight on your sensitivities, a little insight on your vitamins. And so I was able to road map the things that I was eating, road map the supplements that I was eating.
Mhm.
And I went ahead, since my gut health was a little off, it wasn't off too bad. I went
Mhm.
ahead and did additional testing for my gut health because for a pregnant woman, your baby gets gets some of its health from your gut health. So if my gut is out of whack, I want my babies.
Babies,
I want my
yeah.
babies out of
They're
whack
gonna
from
be
me.
out of whack too.
I'm like, I gotta get this pulled together by
Yeah.
the end.
Oh my goodness. So I know I hear a lot about like probiotics, prebiotics, and things like that that help with gut health. What are like some natural things, or just some other things in general that a woman can do to help improve her gut health, like without having to go and grab 50 million vitamins and things of that nature?
I definitely recommend doing like the sensitivity test.
Okay.
That will kind of help you to see what's inflaming you. If you can't do that, then, always start out by trying to eat healthy foods like a prebiotic. There's uh, so many prebiotics that are out there that can help the fiber-enriched foods, the different green leafy vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables.
Mhm.
And you also want to try to eat more fermented food as well. So those would be
Mhm.
like your yogurts, your kimchi, your
Kimchi. Love kimchi.
miso, things. Yes, girl. We
Yes.
have a place that sells kimchi and they have all these different flavors. It's on
Ooh.
everything now.
Do GLP-1 injections work with or against your gut health? Like, how do they impact it?
I think you would probably get better results with because I believe in starting off on small doses of it. And our
Hmm.
goal is to, get you to your weight loss goal, but then let you maintain it on your own. You can't maintain something on your own if you're still eating a bunch of garbage. So
Yeah.
with our people that are doing our weight loss services, we try to start off on smaller micro doses of it and let them do the work. A lot of places that you'll go to, they'll raise it up every couple of weeks, big doses of it.
Yeah.
And that's not what we're doing here. Like I have people that have lost weight, like literally on the smallest starting dose possible, and they've
Hmm.
lost all their weight and maintained it.
Because they're pairing it with lifestyle changes, with diet and with nutrition.
I never have to put people on high doses of it.
Yeah.
And then eventually, whenever they're ready or whenever they're ready to get off, um, if they want to start our functional wellness, or they can start the functional wellness while they're in the service.
Yeah.
Way they can learn how to, create their own GLP-1s where you're not having to, physically inject or orally, take a medication.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I just saw a few days ago where the FDA just approved the first weight loss pill.
Out, that ain't new. That is not.
That's not new.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So the GLP-1s have been in pill form for a while. They were just not
Really?
indicated for weight loss.
Oh,
But there's
okay.
diabetic medications that are in oral form that have been GLP-1s. And yes, one of the side effects was that they also lost a little bit of weight. So it's not new.
Ah,
Not
okay.
anything new.
It's not new. So do you think it will be as effective as the injections, or is it just an
I have
alternative
had
way?
because I still do family practice as well. So I
Hmm.
do have diabetic patients that are on oral GLP-1s that have one of the side effects is that they lost weight with it.
Okay.
So that
Huh.
could be, yeah, that's
So
gonna
this isn't anything new. This is maybe just offering an alternative.
GLP-1s, even the injections, they're not new. They've
Yeah.
been around, but they just happen to notice, oh, these patients are losing weight. Let's have a second indication for it. It's not a new thing.
Okay, gotcha. If there's a woman or someone who's curious about, taking GLP-1, whether it's in orally or injections, like what questions should they be asking their provider before they start?
They need to be asking their provider if, first of all, if they're even a candidate, because
Mm,
it's not for everybody. Like
yeah,
if you've had, issues with your pancreas, or you've had issues with your gallbladder, or if you've had issues or family history of certain thyroid cancers, then that medication is not for you. And then
mm,
I even go as far as if they've had issues with their GI, like if they've had um, like severe constipation, or if they've had like any GI surgery. Sometimes I'm kind of hesitant about giving people that,
yeah,
because people have to remember that this is still considered medication.
right,
Yes, your body makes GLP-1s naturally, but you're introducing this as a medication. It's not your natural
natural.
source. So when it's not your natural source, you can have, side effects. So you want to be cautious of that.
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. What is one thing that you wish more people understood before starting GLP-1 injections or oral?
That it's not going to do all the work. You No matter what medication you're on, whether it's high blood pressure, diabetes, depression medicine, or weight loss medicine, the medicine is never going to do the work. The medicine
Yeah,
is the tool. You have to put in the work. We are literally like plants. We have to have sunshine. We have to have movement. We have to have water. We have to have nutrition. And when you
mhm,
take these things away, or you're not symbiotically balancing these things, you're going to have something that gets off.
yeah,
You have to look and evaluate, what's going on with your body to know what you need to, fine tune. The
yeah,
medicine is there to be used as a tool, but it's not the complete answer. For like my weight loss clients, I recommend, you get so many visits, use them. And then with our Reclaim Your Health program, like we're meeting every other week to make sure you stay on track, because if you don't have somebody that's holding you accountable for it, then it goes all crazy.
yeah. I love that you have written the book Reclaim Your Health because it kind of partners with your functional medicine, your accountability, and it helps someone stay on track, and it gives them like their own accountability or brings a sense of
Yeah,
self-awareness. That's really what's needed. It's not, we know what we need to do, we just don't know the how.
just don't know how to start. Yeah.
Yeah, how to start and how to maintain it. So that's having your book is, I'm sure, going to be a game changer.
I was able to write the book, so I feel like, that
That's
serves
gonna,
people whether they're able to get in the program or not. They can buy the book on
yes,
Amazon and, try to work through it.
yeah.
I feel like since we're offering the more of the coaching services, that
Mhm.
can be done, from anywhere, from
I
any
was gonna ask that too. Like,
yeah.
do you have to be near you to do the coaching, or do you offer it
No, so
virtually?
coaching you can pretty much do in any state. That's why I chose to offer coaching services. Now, my weight loss is only in my state that I practice in,
Right.
but my functional wellness coaching and whatnot, that can be in any state. That's why I chose to add it to the practice, because I was
Got it.
if I can get you to the root cause,
Mhm.
without the medications, and we can help more people do that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I want to do. I
Yeah.
want you to come off that blood pressure medicine and to feel
Right.
better. And if you can service more people and help more people, that's
That's the
that's the
goal.
way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you offer coaching? Is it one-on-one or do you offer coaching in group settings or how does it normally look?
Both. I
You
do
do
both.
both? Okay.
Whenever they do the package, I'll sit down with them one on one, and I'm gonna
Hmm.
ask you all the questions to
Get
get
all in your business.
all of your business to really get to know you.
Hmm.
And then, depending on the package, like our 30-day package, we're gonna try to include the hair analysis so we can kind of see, what's going on.
Hmm.
And that way we can come up with a roadmap to try to, get you where you need to be.
Okay.
Have the group coaching sections, every other week. And then we'll have another consult at the end of the visit to kind of see what you're doing.
Hmm.
There's different supplements and stuff that are out there that we can offer that are like medical grade or not, or just because you cannot get your supplements from everybody. I have personally learned that.
Yes, I have heard that.
Yeah.
And
So
I need to do better with that.
I've gotten contracts with some good people that can help with the
Okay.
appropriate supplements and different things. And so we can offer those at like a discounted rate whenever they're in the program.
So, what is one daily practice that you would say or you believe every woman should incorporate like into her lifestyle?
For me personally, I believe self-care is the top priority, especially, well, for everybody, but
Yeah,
especially for women,
yeah,
because we are taking care of so many things. There's a lot of women that are usually spouses, they're mothers, they're educators, we wear a lot of hats
yeah,
and we don't even realize it.
yeah,
And it can pull away from you without you refilling your cup.
yeah,
My start of the day, I try to sit down each day and I believe for myself, I like to be physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially well. I say that to myself every day.
mm,
It doesn't mean that, you know, I have to be over the top of everything, but I have to at least take time to do one thing that's going to benefit that. So
yeah,
I mentally will, I am a woman of faith, so I like to sit down and
yeah,
read my Bible for a certain amount of time. I like to write in my journal for a certain amount of time so I can get whatever feelings out.
yeah,
Physically, I like to either go to the gym or go for a walk or
mhm,
something that's physically, got me moving for today.
right,
Um, and then, mentally, I'm writing, like writing out my feelings or writing out my journal.
yeah,
Um, and then, let's see, um, and just making sure that I make time to do things to feel my spirit or, bring me joy.
yeah,
Eventually, like I will write down, and it doesn't have to be anything big financially. Like my financial goal for last week was don't go out to eat on my lunch break.
Oh, I love that.
A big financial thing, but
Yeah,
to make everything well for me, I need to be physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially well. Sometimes my
yeah.
self-care, like yesterday, it was, did I drink enough water? I try to push
Oh,
the water because the water is usually on my self-care list.
okay, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. It took me a while to love water. Man, I was the queen of Kool-Aid. I didn't drink water at
I was
all.
the same way.
Really?
Yes, but you know how you're not paying attention to your health and
Hmm.
not keeping track of what you're doing. And I had to go to the ER or something because I was like, why am I getting all of these spasms? Dehydration. And
Yep.
I get 2 fluids of water. And I was like, I could have saved myself thousands of dollars
Just drink
just
water.
drinking the water. So it's
Yep.
on my daily list every day. Just
Yep.
drink the water because you
Just
don't
drink
want to
water.
go back to the ER and pay them thousands of dollars to give you 2 bags of fluid.
You could have just drank the water.
Just drink the water. It's
Drink
on
the
my
water.
self-care list.
Oh, I love that. And I actually was going to ask you, like, like you were saying earlier about with women, like how many hats we wear and how we're always pouring out. You're a wife, you're in a profession where you're helping other people care for, their own personal health. Like, and you've already really explained those, but like, what are ways that you make sure that you prioritize like your own well-being or like boundaries that you have when you're
I
like, all right,
set
this
I
is enough.
set boundaries. Like I try to do a lot of my self-care in the morning before I start self-care or start, getting my daughter ready for school and getting ready for
Yeah.
work. And my husband, he's always like, you always get up early in the morning and go to the gym and yada 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 yada. And I'm like, I'm trying to help you.
I gotta help me so I can help
I'm
you.
like, you don't want me crabby. You don't want me having an attitude.
Yeah.
You want me not feeling well and not being able to handle all of these things that I do.
Yeah.
Take time for myself. So I have a certain time in the morning. I'm up at like either 5:30 or 6 in the morning. I get a
Mm-hmm.
whole hour just to do me. And then
Yeah.
on my lunch break, like I used to just work through lunch and not even really think about it. And I
Mm-hmm.
stopped doing that because I'm like, hey, I'm not getting paid on my lunch break anyway.
Right.
So why am I not taking time to fill my cup back up? So I'll go
Right.
outside and sit, try to get my sunshine because I
Mm-hmm.
do believe I do believe we need sunshine.
Yes.
I'll sit out there and I'll eat my lunch and then, come back in, or either I'll go for a walk and come back in. But
Yeah.
I stopped skipping lunch breaks because I'm like, I'm not getting paid for it. It's just wearing me out.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yeah.
folks gonna be there when I get back from lunch, so it'll be all right.
Yeah. In this stage of your life, where do you feel like you are in that journey of becoming?
In my season of life, what I am becoming, Um, I don't know. I've noticed when I was younger, like when I was like 18 or 19, yeah, my goal was, I wanted to get married and I wanted to have a home with my husband and all
Yeah.
of these things. And, we've been married, we have a home, and we're raising our family. And my big things that I want to focus on now is not only raising my children, I want to see them thriving and I want to be present for all of, the things that they have going on.
Yeah.
So that's my, major goal is to just, be present for them and,
Yeah.
um, just raise them the way I feel that they should be raised.
Yeah.
They're your legacy. I feel like, when I get older and I'm gone and all of these other things, they're there and I want them to thrive and I want them to do, whatever they want to do in life.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to know that you've prepared them.
Yeah.
Let me ask, how can someone who's listening get in contact with you? What's the
Oh, they're more than welcome to always, book a consult. They can just go to the website. It's essential-integrative.com. They can always book a consult for whatever, and we will be there. Or
okay?
uh, we do have a phone number, but you usually get the receptionist on the phone.
Okay.
But it's 618-484-8709. You will
Okay.
get the lovely receptionist though, and she will.
They won't get you, but they'll get the receptionist.
Well, if they leave a message and they need to talk to me, then I always call back. But whenever
Gotcha.
I'm in clinic, they already know it goes right to the receptionist. They will send me a text or
Yeah.
something saying you need to call so and so back. So when I get out of clinic, then I can call you back. But I'm
Yeah.
usually seeing patients,
Okay, gotcha.
so
And
that's
do
why
you,
it's a receptionist.
okay, that makes sense. Do you have any upcoming events or anything that's virtual or even in person? Because I think we do have a
Having
couple of
a
these.
webinar. When is the webinar? Let me look and see. Yes, it's January the 30th at 6:30 Central Time. You can get the Zoom link right off our Facebook page.
Okay.
And we're gonna go into detail on gut health, weight loss. It's a virtual webinar, it's free. You don't
Oh,
have to pay for
nice.
anything.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. I will make sure that I share it with everyone that I know and everyone in my sphere. So I'll go and grab the link also. Thank you. Thank
Well, thank
you.
you for inviting me. I enjoyed
Welcome.
this.
Me too. Thank you. I enjoyed it too. This is so nice to get to know you and connect with you like in this way and then learn more about not just what you do, but who you are as a person and how much we have in common. Like I know that, back then I think we clicked really well when we were each
Yeah,
other's
we did.
accountability partners, but I think in this way it's more personable and I have enjoyed it and I want to continue for us to, connect in this way.
Yes.
So thank you so much for your time, and I'll be seeing you online. We'll be talking and keeping in contact, and hopefully we can partner together on some things
And
in the
other
future.
things, yes,
Yeah,
because one of my goals that's on my list for this year, this upcoming year, is I want to host a retreat. And I think what you have would
really.
be amazing.
Ooh, you got my wheels spinning. And a retreat is now added to the list.
Throw it on the list. Throw it
We're
on
gonna
the
add it
list.
on the list. So you let me know when, and we'll make it happen. Well, Rebekah, thank you so much again.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you. I've enjoyed this so much. I know we went completely over our time, but I felt like
Yeah, we really did.
we did. I didn't realize it, but I feel like it was such a good conversation and so
Us.
much to take from it and share, and so much that we have to look forward to individually and together. So I'm excited.
Me too. Well, I will
Excited.
talk to you later then.
Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
I really loved having this conversation with Rebekah, and my prayer is that something shared here met you right where you are on your own journey to better health. If it did, feel free to pass this episode along to a sister, a friend, or someone you know who could use it. And if you're enjoying these conversations, taking a moment to rate, review the podcast, and share it helps more women find this space. So, thank you again for rocking with me here on the Becoming Together podcast. If you like to keep the conversation going, you can find me over on Substack at Becoming Together, where I share more reflections and continue these discussions in writing. Until next time, take care. Bye.